I want to again congratulate you if you've made it this far because you're almost done with this project at this point. The very last thing that we're going to do is delete the background, create a new one, and get our face and layers organized. To begin, I'm going to click on the background layer and I'm going to press delete or backspace on my keyboard. That's going to go ahead and delete that layer for me, which I don't need anymore. Now I'm going to put my layers in order. So it's kind of like putting pieces of construction paper on top of each other. The background is always going to be at the very bottom, and then you're going to move from the biggest shapes to the smallest shapes on top. So my mask is my largest shape, that will be at the very bottom. Then comes the face, then comes the mouth, and the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and start centering all of my shapes by using the Move tool in my toolbar, which is again that first and very foremost tool. And you can just click and drag directly on the canvas and start moving these shapes in place. And notice this is the right eye, so I'm going to put it on the right side, and this is the left eye, so I'm going to put it on the left side. Now, the very last thing that we need to do before we are done with this project is add a background layer and color it. To do this, we're going to navigate to the very bottom right of Photopea in this layer panel. You'll notice that at the bottom of this layer panel, there's what looks like a small sticky note with the bottom left edge of it folded. This is what we would click to create a new blank and empty layer. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. It's going to create a new layer for me called Layer 1 in my case. I'm going to double click it and I'm going to rename it to Background. Then I'm going to move this layer all the way to the bottom by clicking and dragging it. This is a good point to make as well. If your layers are in the wrong order, if the face is on top, for instance, then you are not going to be able to see the eyes or the mouth because the face layer is at the very top. So to move your layers around, you just have to click and drag them until you see that dark black line. That's where you will drop it if you let go of your mouse click. So I want it to be right above the mask layer. When I'm finally ready to color my background, I'm going to go ahead and click on my background layer. And then very simply, we're going to go to Edit and Fill. Once you go to Edit and Fill, it's going to ask you what you want to fill the background color with. In this case, next to the Fill word, we're going to click Foreground. We're going to click on that drop-down menu, and we're going to click Custom because we want a custom color. Once you do that, you'll see this black rectangle pop up. Go ahead and click the black rectangle, and this is going to open up the color picker. You can click and drag this bar to move through the different colors of the rainbow, and then you can click and drag in this large box to get a very bright version of that color or a very dark or light version of that color. Once you're done, go ahead and click OK. Make sure that your blend mode is normal and your opacity is set to 100, and then again, click OK. Once you're done and your file looks like this, you're going to go ahead and once again download it by going to File, Save as PSD. And this is going to be the final file that you turn in. Please make sure to rename the file before you turn it in. The format should be last name underscore first name underscore project name. In this case, the name of the project is Finn, F-I-N-N. Once you've done that and you've renamed it, the file should end in .psd, and you'll just have to go to Schoology and turn this into the assignment. I hope you guys have learned something new about layers by watching this tutorial, and I'm excited to see your end results.